Okay. How long do you guys want to wait before?
So I got 2 HP, right?
Yeah, for the days of
Okay.
sailing around the island.
Okay. Do you guys want to keep sailing around? We didn't see anything, right?
There were no other ships about, and it was just this small island that is wiggly shaped.
You guys want to keep sailing around, or should we just
Keep sailing.
Okay, let's keep
It's
sailing.
not costing us anything.
Okay, let's do it.
So where are you sailing?
Around the island.
You're
In
just
circles?
doing circle laps around the island in your ship.
Yeah.
For how long?
And I'm posted with a eye thingy to see from afar.
A spyglass?
Yes.
Unless you specifically have a spyglass in your inventory, you don't have it because a spyglass costs 1,000 GP. They're very expensive to make back in the day. Hugely expensive.
Borrowed one. From now on, we should get one.
They are 1,000 gold to buy one.
We should get one.
Okay.
Alright, so I just look posted high to have a good vantage.
Pretty much like Faye and I are just like convalescent, just laying in bed, not really doing anything, and Lily makes all the decisions.
Okay. For how many days?
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
You sail around the island. Is that going to make our crew mad?
I mean, whether they're sailing or not sailing, it doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
We're improving our proficiencies of sailors.
There you go.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th day.
I'm also mapping out the exterior of the island, if I didn't do it yet.
A week later, for 7 days into the journey, you notice some dark storm clouds.
7 HP?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, fine. You notice some dark storm clouds on the horizon, and the winds start to pick up, and a storm is blowing in.
I guess let's stop sailing and just...
Yeah, weigh anchor, come ashore.
Anchor, yeah,
That's the
what I
term.
was looking for. Thank you.
Let's see. How do we deal with storms?
Can we take down the sails?
Batten down the hatches and
we get ready for a storm like sailors would. Yeah, we ask our sailors if they know the ritual for storm prevention damage thing.
There's no such
damage
ritual.
prevent that.
Where is our table of contents? Here we go. Underwater combat, nautical travel, underwater survival, magic items underwater, denizens of the deep. Is there nothing about weather in here? Oh god, I broke everything. Page 29, natural phenomena. Natural occurrence functions exactly like storms detailed under Table 4, Wind and Strength. Okay, Table 4, Wind and Strength. It's page 23. Feels like a choose your own adventure book right now. That literally has no effect on... Seriously? Oh, these winds force ships to make seaworthiness checks each day with a -3 penalty. See the Shipwreck section of chapter for more details. Okay, see the Shipwreck section. Let's see the Shipwreck section. Sorry, this is taking so long. I'm still new to the ships and sea stuff. How are you guys doing, Wall? 4. Shipwreck. Every ship in AD&D game possesses a seaworthiness rating between 1 and 20. This rating demonstrates the relative stability of vessels in the face of dangerous weather and ocean conditions. The higher seaworthiness rating, the more stable and more robust the vessel. DM can find seaworthiness ratings for all ships on table 2. To make a seaworthiness check, a DM simply rolls a 20-sided die, compares the result with the ship's rating. If the roll is greater than the seaworthiness value, the ship either flounders or grounds depending on its location.
So our ship already has an assigned seaworthiness?
Yes, based on the build of the ship. Your seaworthiness of a cog is 17 out of 20. Cogs are actually probably the most OP ship in the game, it seems.
Nice. Yay for OP.
Totally OP.
So you are in a storm. It means every day of the storm, you need to make a seaworthiness check at -3. It says I'm supposed to make it, but screw that. I'll let you guys make it. The storm lasts for D4 days. The storm lasts for 3 days. If it's 3 days, why don't each one of you, in order, give me a seaworthiness check. So it's a D20 -3, and you want to roll a 17 or lower. Let me double check that to make sure it's equal to or lower. Then, not that it makes a difference in the roll. You want to roll...
What you said doesn't make sense. You want us to roll D20 -3, and we need to do at least 17.
No, 17 or lower. You want to do 7...
D20 -3, we're all going to get 17 or lower, no?
That makes sense. That makes good sense. There you go. Do a D20, and you want to roll a 14 or lower. Or a D20 +3 and do a 17 or lower, whichever one you feel like doing.
Pick one, for heaven's sake.
Do a D20 +3, and you want to roll a 17 or lower.
Okay.
And
who goes first?
I'll go
the
first.
fact that we stopped
9.
help, like this.
December.
Oh no, December. What happened with
December crit fails.
Remember how I told you I'm the most unlucky roller in the world?
Of course,
It's pretty constant.
Okay. So what the hell is the difference between floundering? Floundering. Any vessel caught within the danger forces of a storm or gale can flounder. One makes a seaworthiness check each day with storm, blah, blah, blah. A ship that fails its seaworthiness check sinks after D10 hours? If the vessel possesses any smaller craft, such as a skiff, the crew has a chance of escaping. However, these boats must also make a seaworthiness check while subject to the storm or gale. A roll of 20 on a storm induces seaworthiness... A roll of 20... on a storm, induces seaworthiness check indicates that the vessel in question has capsized. The ship sinks immediately and escape by a boat is impossible. All crew and passengers must make successful saving throws versus death magic or be trapped in the wreck and killed.
Neil, that doesn't make any sense. We're actually anchored right next to the island.
Alright, what is grounding? Grounding occurs when a ship enters coastal waters in a fog, storm, or gale. Okay, you guys are in coastal waters. A failed seaworthiness check indicates the vessel has run aground. Should a ship ground on a marshy coast, sandy shore, or otherwise soft coastal area, the crew can repair and refloat after D6 days of work, although repairs are not possible until the storm or gale blows out. A jury-rigged ship, however, makes all future seaworthiness checks, blah, blah, blah. Ships that ground on rocky coastline or coral reefs sink within D3 hours. Natural roll of a 20 on a seaworthiness check indicates a ship in question splinters and sinks immediately on the jagged rocks of a coastline. Survivors must attempt to swim to shore under the swimming rules found in the player's handbook. You rolled a natural 20.
So one person rolls for the destiny of the ship?
Well, normally I was supposed to roll for it, but I was letting you guys do it.
But
well, it's a massive storm. Yeah.
I understand, but the fact that we removed everything, all the sails, we're not sailing, we're not fighting.
If you didn't do that, you would have gotten a huge penalty. Knowing that what to do in the case of a storm does these things. Like, she rolled a natural 20. Maybe if she had rolled like an 18, there might be some room for argument, but she rolled like the absolute worst possible check.
But we're still anchored right next to the island. Like, I don't see
Okay, so
how
here
we
you go.
can sink.
Here's the argument you're making, Jen. You're saying you're anchored. If you're anchored, you're not going to wash aground on shore. The storm makes the waves high, the ship is going to flip over, and you're going to sink. Anchoring in a storm is a terrible idea. I was going to say you guys did whatever was the best idea possible and tried to get your boat to safety, which means with this roll, either the ship flips over in the middle of the ocean and you guys have to make saving throw versus death magic to try and escape the wreckage, or your ship runs aground on the rocky coast because this is not a very soft coast and splinters and falls apart. Either way, your ship is apparently, according to the rules, wrecked.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously, wow. But, I mean, travel by ship is not very safe.
Sorry, guys. We should never let me roll for anything.
That's pretty stupid, though.
So,
Is that like... Couldn't we have done like a save versus death or something for the ship?
but the point is, like, even if it was a save versus death, you're still having to... It's still a flat chance. This is basically a save versus death, and you had... It was 14 out of 20 chance you were going to succeed. Call it whatever you want. A name by any other name is... A rose by any other name is still sweet. Right?
Well, guess we're gonna be doing Ride the Wind for a while.
Let me double check the storm section, make sure I understand these properly. These fierce winds force a ship to make a seaworthiness check each day with a -3 penalty. See the shipwreck section of details. Light gales, storms alter the course of the ship. Because of their unbridled ferocity, however, storms do not allow allow any seamanship checks to reduce total movement. Gales, these first winds blow D4 days. They force the ship to make seamanship checks each day. Ships trying to move across a gale or storm are blown off course. A ship turned into a gale or storm actually moves backwards at 1/3. Okay, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter for us. Yeah.
We can't repair it.
If she had rolled anything other than a 20.
Ship explodes under storm. Nobody can do anything. We almost die.
Have you ever been on a wooden sailing ship in the middle of a storm?
Neal, you said it would sink in 3 hours, right?
D3 hours, I believe. Yeah.
We have time to salvage everything.
All
the gold, all the gear.
We could like all put it up in a blanket and carry it off in our little wooden things or something.
Let me
save the prisoners.
So here's how it goes down. A storm hits. You guys are doing your best to keep the ship in good condition, but you're near the coastline. The first day of the storm, you're getting blown around, getting a little bit blown off course, but you're still fairly close to the island. The second day, the storm just gets ridiculously intense. The waves get high. They come crashing down on your ship, knocking it back and forth. At a couple of points in time, the ship almost completely flips over and capsizes, but not quite. Middle of the storm, winds are raging, they're howling, the waves are crashing on top of the ship, your hold is getting completely soaked with everything, barrels of food and drink are getting ruined by, being knocked around back and forth, and through the haze and the wind and the rain, someone sees the coastline of the island coming closer. And before you know it, you guys crack loudly because the ship is starting to splinter onto the rocks on the shore of this coastline. Your ship is now sinking. The game rules say it takes 1 to 3 hours to sink, but you don't know how long it's going to take to sink. The wind is something fierce. It just blew your ship onto the coastline. Your rowboat, the one rowboat that you guys have aboard, could conceivably get you guys to the coastline, but this is in the middle of a storm that is sinking your ship. Trying to get out on the rowboat might work, or the rowboat might flip in the waves. Because you guys have been to the beach before. These waves are like 12 feet tall. Do you really want to row a kayak or a rowboat onto the shore, a rocky shore in the middle of that? It's pretty dangerous. You guys have D3 hours, which I will roll, and you guys will not know how long that is until the ship completely sinks. What do you do?
I untie
But
the prisoners.
Yeah. If we can't use the rowboat, then swimming is even crazier.
So I asked the crew, okay, who can swim?
How many crew members?
Anybody cannot swim, first of all?
Everyone has to be able to swim, right?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Sailors.
9. You have 9 sailors. Yeah, but not all sailors know how to swim. That's why walking the plank is something ferocious. Is because even if Like, even if you are near an island, you may not be able to swim to it. Most people don't know how to swim. I'm going to give your crew a 75% chance, each person, to know how to swim. 4, 5, 6, 7.
This seems
8,
like
9.
a nice day. They're all gonna be not able to swim. Everybody's gonna drown.
Okay. So 75% chance. So one person does not know how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 6. One
How are you doing?
One person cannot swim. Let's see, the 2 passengers. The monk does not know how to swim, and neither does the other guy.
Does he talk to us to tell us that he can't swim?
Oh yeah, I mean, when the squall hit, he expressed his fears and knew that and let you guys know that he can't swim and he doesn't want to die.
How many people can fit in the rowboat?
The rowboat can fit in, like, if everyone piles in all at the same time, you could fit. Where's the stats for a rowboat? Are there no stats for a rowboat? There's no stats for a rowboat. Canoe. I'm going to say if you fit as many people as you possibly can there, you could probably get 10. But it would be, you'd have to have people sitting on each other's laps, and someone like it would be very uncomfortable, and people would have to be kind of standing up. It would make the ship more dangerous because you would have the weight would be so poor. It would be more weight than the ship was meant to handle, and you'd have people in precarious positions possible to fall out.
Oh, we can put all the non-swimmers for sure.
So all the non-swimmers in the boat. Everyone else.
What do you guys do with the monk? Do you untie him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many spaces are left? Sorry, after the non-swimmers.
7.
Okay. Raise your hand if anyone else wants to go in the boat.
No one else raises their hand.
Okay, then we're all going to swim together. We're going to pile as many necessary provisions as we can in the boat with the people who can't swim.
Oh, it's like with weapons, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever we have. That's cool.
Anything we need, supplies, food, that kind of stuff. And then everyone else grab something that floats, like a piece of wood, anything that you think might help you. Bring that along if you want. And we're all
Should
going to
we
go
all
on the
tie each
convoy.
other?
That's what I was thinking. I think I agree.
Ropes?
What do you guys think, sailors who know how these things work?
If someone gets knocked unconscious or drowns in the sea, then you have to haul them with you. They're going to be slowing you down in the water.
It's fine. We'll try to save their life at least. I would rather drag someone that drowned than lose someone that's carrying away alive.
So are you giving the order to tie everyone together, or are you taking volunteers to be tied together?
We should make
Order.
2 groups. We should make
2 groups? I agree. 2 groups with strong people in each.
Uh,
I request to be the one with me!
4 people immediately say they'll take the rowboat instead.
Okay.
Okay, so that puts 7 in the rowboat, right? 3 and 4 is 7. Yes, I can do math. So 7 in the rowboat, and 4 other people, plus you guys, are going to tie each other. So is it going to be, a group of 4 and a group of 3?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I'll go with the group of 4 because I'm the strongest swimmer.
Okay, so December with 3 sailors, and 1 sailor with Steph and Jen. You guys,
December, grab your dagger. Can you give me a dagger? It says in case we need to cut the rope.
Here's the dagger. Taking it off my character sheet. Which is the wrong one again.
So my question to you is at what point are you going to cut the rope?
In the water if we need to.
But I'm asking you I want to know ahead of time what your determination for cutting the rope is. Because if it's like make a swimming check and you if it's the sort of thing that's like make a swimming check at minus this because of blah blah blah. Like I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess I don't need to know right this moment.
I insist on putting some of our weapon in the ship. Since, like,
In the rowboat.
Yeah.
What weapons?
2 long swords, 6 clubs, 6 bows, arrows, 5 chainmails.
And also, like, any of the valuable stuff that we stowed on the ship that was not being carried by us. All of that.
That's all I had, though. I don't know about you guys.
I'm bringing the displacer beast eyes.
Nice.
That's on the ship.
Did we determine that our heal potions were no longer good?
Yeah,
We
Okay, so
don't
I'm
know.
not bringing those.
We don't know. We never knew.
that's true.
Didn't we have someone drink one and we have one left? All right.
Yeah, but we don't know if it
Bring
works.
that.
or not.
I'll bring it. Might as well.
Okay.
And all of my weapons. I guess I don't really have anything else. Everything that I carry.
Okay.
If I cast Unseen Servant, Neil, can it help us a little bit by
No.
pulling 30 pounds?
No, not in a storm.
Okay, I tried.
And all of our money is on us, right?
How much gold do you guys have? Because it is 50 coins to the pound, so make sure you guys add up all the gold that you're carrying on you because this is starting to make a difference. And re-add up all your equipment on you so you know how encumbered you are.
I have 27 plat.
Okay, well, round up to 1 pound for coins. Every coin, whether it's gold or plat or silver or copper, weighs 1/50th of a pound.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I don't understand how to
So
calculate
add
that.
up all your coins. Like if you have 30 gold and 20 silver, then you have 50 coins, right? And that weighs 1 pound.
Okay.
So add up all the coins, mark how many pounds that is, 50 coins to the pound, and then add that
What
to...
does 50 coins to the pound mean? We're French. It's so.
Oh, I'm
different.
sorry. It means if you have 50 coins, it's 1 pound. If you have 100 coins, it's 2 pounds. If you have 150 coins, it's 3 pounds.
Okay, so I have like 0.5 pound.
We just
28.
leave it in groups of 1 pound or 0 pounds.
Well, then it's 0 pound. Or it's 1 pound.
It's 1 pound. Always round up for that weight.
Sure.
28 pounds for me. How heavy is that?
You have 28 pounds of coins?
Yeah, I
How
have
many
all these silvers and copper shit.
So you could toss the copper.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the gold and the plat.
Okay.
Fuck it. We're in a storm. 26. That's 83. 2 pounds.
Calculating my weight. I have 17 pounds of weight. Yep. 17 pounds.
Okay.
Which is way under my base encumbrance.
So 17 pounds includes all of your equipment and everything.
Yep.
Okay. So everyone add up the weight of all your equipment plus the weight of your coins. And it matters only if you are lightly encumbered, moderately encumbered. At what point does swimming matter? Untrained swimmers, proficient swimmers. Characters whose movement rates are reduced to 1/3 or less of normal movement due to gear. Okay, so unless you're heavily encumbered, it shouldn't make a difference. So you should all be fine on that regard.
Where do you see? Is it in the weight allow?
On the lower right-hand corner of your character sheet, there it says encumbrance, and there's base, light, medium, heavy, severe. Unless you have a heavy amount of weight or more, you're fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
so
totally fine.
light encumbrance doesn't matter at all.
Not for this.
Oh, then I'm fine. Because I'm like 1 over for light encumbrance, and I was like, what 1 pound thing can I get rid of?
Wow, what are you carrying that's that heavy?
Her strength is low.
Oh, okay.
Mine is 35.
Oh, okay. My heavy is 160. So I was like, what are
It's
you?
double than mine. I'm 35 as well, so.
Okay, let's see.
So even with all my money, I'm okay.
Proficient swimmers can double their swimming speed. If a successful strength check is rolled, versus half the character's normal strength score? What? Oh, you can double your. Okay, so if you can double your successful. You can double your swimming speed if you roll a strength check at half strength, basically. For characters with a movement rate of 12, blah 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 blah. For a character who with a movement rate of 12, a successful check means he can swim 120 yards in 1 round. That's in a minute. An Olympic class performance. So this assumes you are all Olympic class swimmers. Like running, swimming is something not every character can do. Definitely. Let's see.
Would grabbing a plank to like be all together help us or make us worse?
You will move more slowly, but I will say you're more likely to stay afloat. But there's no like planks floating around in the water right now.
Well, we
We'd
tear
have
it
to
out
like
the
rip it off
ship.
the ship.
You start breaking apart the ship.
That's
Just-
what I told them to do, is to
just
take
like-
floating things from the ship,
Yeah.
Like
like
just-
barrels.
Yeah. Yeah, we're bringing something. I think it's a good
Okay.
idea.
Let's see. This all assumes calm water. If seas are choppy, constitution checks should be made every hour spent swimming, regardless of the character's constitution. Rough seas can require more frequent checks. Heavy seas or storms, which we're in right now, may require a check every round. The DM may decide the adverse conditions cause the character's constitution score to drop more rapidly than 1 point per hour. If a swimming character fails a constitution check, he must tread water for half an hour before he can continue swimming. This counts as time spent swimming for purposes of constitution point loss. If
Can
a
I
character
argue that
if a character drowns, his constitution drops to 0. What's your argument?
Can I argue that if we have to tread water for half an hour, that person can just be onto the plank and just follow everyone that way?
Or like
I'm gonna
hang
say
onto the boat.
I'm gonna
Like,
say in a
yeah, like-
storm, if you're trying to like not drown, if you're on the boat, you can like hold on to the boat, cross your fingers, and pray for the best, or do whatever. If you're just like holding onto a barrel, like a single plank is not going to help you very much. If you've got like a door or something heavy that you can, or something large enough that can actually help you float, it's still really stormy out. So I will say,
But they wouldn't help move forward, but they would still like.
I will say
by
you
the
should
others,
make.
I think. Or like if they're just hanging on to the rope and we're still moving forward and they're just treading water, we're still carrying them.
I'm going to say if you are holding on to something, I will allow you to make a constitution check to hold on to that thing.
Okay.
But I mean, imagine holding onto a big barrel. It's like a foot and a half across. You can't even wrap your arms all the way around it. And so you're trying to hold on to this thing. And if you hold on the top, it's just going to roll over and you're going to slide off, right? So you're trying to hold on to this thing as best as possible while you're in 12-foot swells with pounding rain and wind. I'm going to say that's not something you can just do
Maybe
on...
we take a better item.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like
The
a
swim
calm
instructor
water, would be
wants to
fine.
give the orders.
Please, tell us, swim instructor, how do we do this?
Okay, so as I was saying to everybody, we're going to take big planks such as doors or something big and flat like that. Each group is going to lie with just their chest down to their rib cage on that thing with their arms spread out in front of them, holding on to the edge of it. And then they're going to kick their feet behind it,
Nice.
moving forward as one.
Paddleboard.
In that way, we will all stay afloat, and we will move faster than if we were trying to lug an item underneath the water.
And we're probably going to be less tired.
This game is literally what I did with the penguin class of 3 to 5 year olds.
Except it's in a storm.
Yes,
Except it's in
exactly.
a storm.
So it's
But
like
literally-
surfing. So basically, we're on the wave. We're riding it. No effort
Literally, you
whatsoever.
guys, this is what I would do: is as the swim instructor, you hold on to the end of the floaty mat, and you're like, "Oh no, here comes some waves!" And then you're like, and you move it up and down. The kid's like, ah. So that's like,
That's nothing like a storm.
it's hilarious though.
Yes,
I did do
and
surf
adorable.
I did do
I know,
surf with a plank like that, and it worked out pretty well. It was big waves, and I was scared.
All right.
It's
Let's
not as
throw
much
it
about
out there.
surfing as it's like, so this is the water and this is the thing, because you put the weight on the back like this. So what happens is then you have a surface that moves forward instead of a surface that dives under the water. Does that make sense? So
Mhm,
it's like
mhm.
this across the water.
Yeah, makes
But
sense.
you might get pushed back or something.
Yeah, I mean, it might flip over, but that's the best way to get directional swimming and keep us all together.